All right, gang, well, welcome to winter camp, where tonight we will be testing 2 sleeping pads. New out this winter 2026 is the Ultra 6.5 R value sleeping pad from Exped. So we're gonna be looking at these 2 side by side. Obviously I can't sleep on both of them at the same time, but I want to set them up side by side, move back and forth, try them out. One thing we're really looking for in moving back and forth is just, comfort laying on them. But also, Exped is kind of putting out their challenge saying it's a much quieter pad. So for that, there may be value if you're concerned or you've used a Therm-a-Rest Neoair before and the crinkling was too loud for you. We're going to kind of test that out again side by side. The sleeping bag we're going to use is also new-ish from Exped. So the pad comes out, early winter, early of 2026. The Terra series for Exped sleeping bags came out in 2025. So this is the 0-degree version of it. It was single digits getting up here this morning. We're probably in the low teens now, and we're expecting it to get back down to single digits overnight tonight. So, we may be pushing the limit of the 0 bag as far as comfort, and it just totally depends on how you sleep and how you manage that. But the insulation value of the pads, you can see we're camped on what's actually a very thin veneer of snow. We only just got a few inches overnight last night to put this on the ground now. So that'll be the bag we use for both. I'm not switching around in bags, but to get started, let's just open these guys up and just talk about packing configuration and what comes with it. With the Neoair, we pull it out of there. It does come with an inflation sack, so you can do the billowing there, and then a repair kit. Now, the doc I'll give on them is when you're getting ready, and especially if weather is obnoxious, this seems like a pretty easy thing to lose. I try to keep it at the very bottom and the pump sack on top of that before putting it in. But to be fair, so far getting this in and out, although I have not inflated this yet, and to try and restuff it in here. We'll talk more about that in the morning after we've done that. On the Exped side, a nice little loop here that's missing from. Oh no, there's a loop. There's a little tag there. So you could carabiner it or hang it to dry or something. So it's a handy feature there. And then again, we have a pump sack that is wrapped up in here. And then what Exped has done is they have stitched in a little pouch that you cannot lose. And it's got a little fold over here. So your repair kit is in there. So I have to give the nod to Exped on repair kit logistics. Let's have a look at what we got valve-wise on these 2. So Therm-a-Rest has their wings design, so that is entirely closed. Opening this is one-way valve in to inflate, and then to deflate either at the end in the morning or to adjust for comfort. You just pop those wings over, and that's now deflate mode. So, and then it's all just like quarter twist, really easy to do. I'm doing it barehanded, but probably wouldn't be too hard with gloves. Exped has gone with the classic in and out valve, and we're gonna now take some time to fill these up, put them side by side, and we'll talk more when we have another point to share. All right, we got the pads laid out in here, so now we're gonna use the pump bags to get them pumped up and see how long that takes. So this pump bag on the Therm-a-Rest, they've got a very handy, perfectly sized clip system there. So now I'm a firm mattress sleeper, so there you go, a few breaths to finish that off. All right, let's move over to the Exped. So we're going to use, oh, they got a little, maybe a little bit larger bag. And to be fair, the Therm-a-Rest airbag never came off, which is a nice, something we certainly ran into in early models of pump sacks trying to connect to mattresses, was sometimes you put so much pressure on it that it popped off. The trick is keeping it untwisted. 7/8. So there you go. And I just noticed this handy little handle on here. I didn't really use it for pumping, but again, it might be a good way to hang it up. The Therm-a-Rest does not seem to have any sort of handle on it. They both have closures of some sort. The Therm-a-Rest has a drawstring closure if you want to use that. And then the Exped has more of a dry bag style clip closure. All right, but with them side by side, you can already tell, and maybe we can get it to catch in the microphone here. So this is the Exped getting pushed on, and that's the Neoair, the Therm-a-Rest getting pushed on. So definitely a noise factor. My argument's always been that the sleeping bag buffers the sound quite a bit, but let's get the bag out. Although now I'm realizing that with the Exped as wide as it is here in the Big Agnes Shield 2 tent, they're not going to fit side by side. Okay, gang, sorry for the quick transition from field to studio, if you will, but I just wanted to follow up on a few things regarding the pads from that time out. In fact, we're a few weeks later, so much so that I've had a few more nights on the Exped Ultra 6.5R and can continue to say very comfortable sleep, very warm sleep. The nights now were 0 degrees, 2 degrees, and 7 degrees. For the 2 and 0 degree days, I did end up pulling an extra bag over that 0 degree Terra sleeping bag from Exped, just because we were reaching the limit of that bag. And what I did notice though was I never felt cold from the ground up. Nothing cold coming through the pad. As soon as I got that extra bag on top of me, was very comfortable again. On the 7 degree night, it was cusp, but no extra sleeping bag or cover needed to sleep through the night. Just to finish up some comparison issues, I know we talked about fitting the pads back in the bags after rolling them back up. So both brands have made big enough stuff sacks, carry sacks to easily put your bag away, which may not be, none of these are like necessarily changing which pad you will buy decision factors, but nice to know. The other things I wanted to touch on was, I guess the valves. So we talked about the 2-valve system and the wing valve system. I think the advantage to the to the Therm-a-Rest on the wing valve is being able to do like micro adjustments for, how firm the mattress is, if you need to be able to do that. On the Exped, while the outside is just a unvalved, hole there. The inside does have that little diaphragm in there, so you could have to open the inside and then tap that. And in this case, hopefully in the stupor of your sleep in the night or getting ready, they have a little leash on the inside and nothing on the outside, so you know which one you're opening, because if you're laying on it and you open this one, then you gotta kind of start over on re-inflating it. The only other thing I'll say is the simplicity of just these valves. I don't know about field repairable, but maybe more so here because it's just 2 holes in the pad with that little diaphragm. This is a bit more complex. There's more interior workings there, so, but have not had any problem, granted, in the very short time that I've been using this system with that. But, if you're thinking about longer term treks and repairs and managing that. Okay, the stuffs are the inflation bags. As I mentioned in the other video, Therm-a-Rest has this cinch pull top, which I didn't find I needed to use in the field. And then the connection is just, right there at the base of the bag. And the valve, of course, snaps right into place, held there just fine, did great. The Exped, same thing. So on this end, it snaps into place, inflating both pads. Neither inflation bag popped off of there, which I've had happen in earlier models of inflation bags. Exped does include this like gooseneck kind of thing on here, which I can appreciate, maybe for the, because their valves are underneath and it gives a little bit more of an extension. But I found this got twisted a bit. And so then I had to make sure I untwisted this in that process. So I think I would stick with the simpler. My preference would just be the simpler, right at the base there, and not have the gooseneck. Again, I mentioned in the video that these guys have a little handle on the bottom here. Therm-a-Rest doesn't, but I don't know what you would use this for that you couldn't use. You've got this hook and kind of dry bag style system here. The other thing I would argue is I would give the nod to Therm-a-Rest for the just zip tie or cinch closure, because I did find that while using this kind of reinforced edging here just was more difficult to work with in the field in rolling this up to deflate it. I found I wanted to roll it and then I want to fold these guys in a little bit, but because they are kind of formed and they want to bounce back out, I kind of had to chase that down a little bit. And this was just simpler. And I'm guessing that these are here just to use as a backup bag of some sort if you needed that kind of organization while you're out in the field or another bag broke, not an inflation bag, but just a gear haul bag or making a bear bag or something like that. Anyway, last thing I'll mention is the price. So the Exped comes in at $200, which is awesome. The Therm-a-Rest at $230, so minor price difference, but still one there. And as far as like R value to weight ratios, they are very close. And the only place where the Exped ratio is technically better, even at a now it's called the 6.5, but they found out it's it's actually a 6.9 R value versus Therm-a-Rest 7.3 R value, like 12.5 ounces for the Exped, just under a pound for the Therm-a-Rest. I've got a chart on the full write-up and review, so you can just kind of knuckle into some of the details there if you want, but it's only with the mummy-shaped, medium-sized Exped that the warmth to weight ratio, or rather the R value to weight ratio, favors the Exped, and then in other instances it favors the Therm-a-Rest. So again, that is a pretty close difference between those two. There are, Exped has a few bags or a few pads that are higher in the Ultra series, obviously not as lightweight, but still options if you need a super insulated pad to manage sleeping cooler or things like that. All right, there you go. So just a quick comparison between some of the logistics. Therm-a-Rest Neoair 7.3 R value sleeping pad. The Ultra, this is called the 6.5, technically a 6.9. More gear reviews to come, as well as archived at offyonder.com, and follow here on the YouTube channel and via Instagram. We got more to come. Cheers.